We're going to start by just warming up our hips with 5 slow barrel rolls to each side. Make sure that you're really taking your time on these, trying to go a little bit deeper each time. Really pushing that booty back and hinging from the hips, keeping a nice straight back. Seeing if you can get a little bit of a deeper stretch each time. Taking it nice and slow and at your own pace. When you get to that last one, go ahead and hold at the bottom. Grab your elbows, shake your head yes and no, relax that neck. Give yourself a little sway side to side. And then slowly roll up. Next, we're going to do a nice little hip stretch. So cross one leg over the other, trying to stack your knees, and then just melt into that stretch. If your hips are tight, you might not be able to stack your knees completely yet, but we'll work up to that. You should really feel this one on the sides of your hips and your glute muscles. This is a great stretch if you spend a lot of time sitting at a desk. Your hips are going to get tight and this is going to help open them back up. Again, really just taking your time, melting into it, trying to get a little bit deeper as you go. We're not quite warmed up yet, so don't worry about pushing yourself into this stretch at this point. Just melt to wherever you are. Then we're going to go ahead and reach over to one side, keeping both hips on the ground at all times. We want to stay nice and square. And then we're going to reach over to the other side. Switch which leg is on top. Adjust to make sure that both hips are sitting on the ground, keeping them nice and even, and then again melting into this stretch. Really take your time on this one, letting those hips slowly release. When you're ready, we're going to go over to one side. One side might be a little bit tighter than the other, but again, really just melting into this stretch, trying to keep our back as straight as possible and hinging from those hips while keeping both hips planted on the ground. Let's do 10 straddle opens. What I really want you to think about is tilting that pelvis and sticking that booty out. Nice big open, and then tilt those hips forward and down. Trying to open up those hips. You can use your hands behind you to help push you forward. Now we're going to rotate to each side and rotate that back hip down, really pushing that hip down to the ground. Again, take your time on these, do these at your own pace. Seeing if you can go a little bit deeper each time. You can use your hand to give you a little bit of an assist to push that hip down. We're going to do some single hip flexor raises. We're going to do 10 of them on each side. You really want to keep your back nice and straight. Keep your hips forward. Keep that booty back. Thinking about keeping those knees nice and straight. You might not be able to lift very high, but that's okay. We're going to build up that strength. Go ahead and shake your legs out, and then we're going to give ourselves another little straddle stretch. Hinging forward with those hips, keeping that back nice and straight. And now we're going to do our double hip flexor raises. So I like to put my hands right in front of me. We're going to do 10 of these. Only go as high as you can keep your back straight. As soon as you start to round, then you're not getting the benefits of this movement. So really pushing into the ground and lifting from those hips. This one can be a little intense. Go ahead and stand it up. We're going to do some leg raises. Starting with our forward on our left leg, thinking about really lifting from that heel, keeping our hips square. Only lift as high as you can, keep your legs straight. We're not doing a big kick, we're doing a lift. Let's do 10 diagonal. Again, we're really lifting, strengthening those hip flexors. You can also challenge yourself by doing these with ankle weights. We'll do 10 to the side, trying to keep from turning that hip out. And we'll do 10 to the back. Again, keeping those hips nice and square. We're not opening that back hip up, squeezing the glutes and lifting. From here, we're going to do 10 rainbows. So we're going to lift up and around, forward to back and back to forward. We're going to do 5 of these, 5 forward to back, 5 back to forward. Again, giving yourself a nice big rotation, keeping that leg straight. Now we're going to do the same thing on the right side. So 10 forward leg raises. Again, really thinking about, I'm not kicking, I'm lifting from that hip. I'm trying to strengthen those hip flexors as much as possible. Squeezing in the glutes. 10 diagonal, lifting, lifting, lifting from that hip, keeping those legs straight. We're going to do 10 to the side, keeping our core nice and engaged. And we're going to do 10 to the back. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing that glute, keeping our legs nice and straight and keeping our body up. We're not diving our body forward at all. And then we've got our 5 big rainbows. Forward to back and back to forward. Keeping our range of motion wherever we can keep our legs straight, but still trying to challenge ourselves. Meet me in a downward dog, and you can go ahead and start pedaling out your feet. We're going to do 10 leg raises from our downward dog. Again, we are keeping our hips nice and square, and we are lifting, we are not kicking. wherever your range of motion is at with keeping that leg nice and straight. On the 10th one, we're going to hold it up, and then we're going to do 10 leg pulses, trying to get a little bit higher. Bend that knee, open up that hip, and then we're going to do 5 leg circles in each direction. You can keep your leg bent, or if you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, straighten it. And again, we're working on that range of motion, so we're trying to see how far we can get that leg up and around. As we continue to do this practice, we're trying to get a little bit further, a little bit deeper, a little bit more range of motion. Bring that leg forward and meet me in a pigeon. Sink into those hips. Give yourself a nice stretch, thinking about really driving that straight leg hip down. And then you can take it all the way down to the ground and melt into this position. We're going to take that back leg and we're going to bend that knee up for 5, thinking about squeezing those glutes, squeezing that leg in. On the 5th one, you can reach back behind you with the same arm, same leg, and pull it in for a little bit of a deeper stretch. You should really feel it through that front hip. Think about kicking your foot against your hand as you pull that leg in, staying engaged. And then we're going to do the other side. So back into a downward dog. We're going to do our leg raises. Again, we are not kicking. On that 10th one, hold it up, and then 10 leg pulses, really trying to get that extra range of motion at the top. Bend your knee, open up that hip, and then 5 leg circles on each side. You can keep your leg bent, or you can do it with a straight leg for a little bit more of a challenge. Really working on building that range of motion with that hip. And when you finish with those, meet me in pigeon pose. Again, we're really pushing that back hip down, stretching out those hips. You can melt it down for a little bit of a deeper stretch. We're going to do 5 leg kicks on the back leg, thinking about squeezing that glute to bring your leg in. Reach back with your hand, push your foot against your hand to keep nice and engaged, and try to bring that leg in for a little bit of a deeper stretch. From there, we're going to do 5 leg kicks with our hips open and our chest down. On that 5th one, we're going to hold it up and then do 10 leg pulses, trying to get your leg just a little bit higher. And then we'll switch sides to that right leg. Again, still thinking about trying to lift more than kick. And on that last one, we're going to pulse it up for 10. Next, meet me on your back. We're going to straighten one leg, draw the other leg into our chest, and do 5 hip circles each direction. Taking your time, really opening up through those hips. Take that bent leg, you can grab it around your thigh, and then we're going to kick up, straight up to the sky for 5. Keeping that other leg nice and straight, you can grab around the ankle, pull that leg into your chest. And from there, we're gonna flex and point our foot. You can also use a strap for this one, bringing the strap over your foot and pulling yourself in a little bit deeper, especially if you don't quite have the flexibility to grab your leg at this point. That's okay. Now take that leg out to the side. Again, you can grab with your hand or you can use a strap, pulling that leg down to the ground and up towards your face. Now we're going to take that foot, keeping it nice and straight and pulling it across the body, trying to keep our hip down as much as possible. We don't want to open up too much with that hip. And then let's do the other side. So we're going to draw that leg in, and we're going to do 5 hip circles in each direction. Just feeling that range of motion, feeling spots where you might be getting stuck, and keeping those hips nice and warm. Grab around the back of the leg, and we're going to do our 5 leg pushes. Really think about straightening up towards the sky. Take that leg straight, and we're going to pull it towards our chest. Again, if you need a strap, that's totally fine. And then we're going to pull it out to the side, trying to keep that other leg straight, breathing through this. And then we'll take it across the body, trying to keep that hip down, shoulders down. Again, breathing through this movement. We're going to do a little cool down, legs a little further than hip distance apart. We're going to bring it back down, a couple of standing cat-cows, and nice job.